Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully, you enjoy the pilot director commentary. This is Matt Antis again, your director, your writer, your producer of Bad Already. We appreciate your support and looking forward to this one as well. The finale, hopefully, just the season finale, but for right now, it is the finale. Episode 4, Bad Halloween of Battle Ray. This was a incredibly fun episode to shoot. Um, if you've watched it already, half of it is the Halloween party, and it's kind of all the personal storylines, kind of wrapping up and culminating into one great party. Great kind of depending on the way you look at it, but yeah, and I thought we did pretty well for a 4 episode season. That was originally supposed to be 6, became 4, but it was still a great season, still a great episode here. And let's get started. This is the cold opening, and who's at that door? Oh God!
You're not the RA.
Oh God!
Not the RA. Your RA, I believe, is Carlos Redford on this side.
One thing I will say, being essentially a student production, created a lot of times situations where you had to, come back and come back with a plan B, plan C, plan D, probably plan Z. Like every week in and week out, there were, guest roles where the actor or actress would cancel moment, and you experience this at all levels. But it does create a situation where you have to think on your feet. Sometimes we'd push these scenes back to later weeks. Sometimes crew members or like myself would become these characters.
Oh, hey Sarah.
Hey, hey. What was that about?
I'm kind of not supposed to be here this week.
What happened to my tinsel that I put up?
And
Tinsel, that's what it's called.
yeah, tinsel referring to that purple pink tinsel you saw in the pilot episode.
I put it
Although
up for
I'm
you.
pretty sure what color is the paint on this floor?
Okay, we'll just
Green? I think it was blue when we saw the tinsel last time. So
Yeah, I've been wanting to have a
obviously not the same room, but
Okay, the meeting room's all yours.
No, like a
party.
Okay, the meeting room's all yours.
Like
Okay, party.
You want me to buy beer for you? No, hell no. Okay, no.
So during the first week of going here, you actually asked
Hey,
me
it's a
if I
callback
wanted
to
buy
the pilot episode, one of my favorite finale
Do I want beer
elements.
so I can pass out another older guy's bed again? No. Do I want more than 5 people to show up to one of my events?
Yes.
Am I gonna buy beer for Sarah? No. Do I know she's gonna go behind my back and get Manny to buy it for her? It's all right. I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna get in trouble, get in a tough situation, and she's gonna come back begging for my help. I'm already working on it. I told you face.
I think our talking heads got really better from episode 1 to episode 4, and there's Sarah. There's that character development you always like. But now here's our opening credits. Opening credits themselves was produced the segment the sequence created by Maddie Holland, another UNT student at the time, colleague. And then, of course, as I mentioned in the last commentary, this was the original song, Christian Barrientos, who plays Manny in the show and also plays my best friend in real life sometimes. But yeah, all of that was created by UNT students or people that worked on the show. And I think we should have been adding some sound effects or something or ADR here. And right there, you almost see him naked. See Jared naked.
Is that camera?
No. So who was that girl in the room last night? Oh, sorry, man. Did we wake you?
Shut up, dude.
I don't care. What is that? 9-0 already?
Mike, man, listen. If you just
No, all right. It's not a big deal to me.
9-0. Hey, and there was me in the background again.
It's not like that though.
As I mentioned in the last commentary, and there's one of our crew member, Eric Barbara. Um, we would a lot of times we would have to put our crew members out there to be extras to make it look like campus was alive. I even recall from this specific shoot going downstairs in this building and asking if some of the people sitting at the tables would help us out and be extras, and I got a firm no. Firm no. I guess people were serious about their studies or something. It's kind of unfamiliar to me.
See, Sarah, I told you we should have scheduled it for this weekend.
Yeah, and I have an 8 a.m. on Tuesday.
Enough! I already made the arrangements, and it's gonna be Monday.
Sometimes I have
Meanie, he's my friend. Wait.
sometimes I have the habit of going too far into detail. This
He's not just some guy.
the show takes
He's
place
this, you know?
in the fall of 2016.
No,
What?
because of the
I wanted to be,
BER.
make sure everything was right. Halloween on that year was what, Monday or Tuesday, as they just mentioned in the show, and I don't think it really
No,
ever
guys.
becomes a factor later on in the episode. So
Wait, you're 18.
some of these times probably could have strayed away from that much detail. Apparently, Sarah doesn't know how to spell beer either.
What's up, Richard?
Hey, I see you two are still together.
Why wouldn't we be?
I don't know, circumstances.
What is he talking
And Jimmy, played by Marlon Johnson, also one of my former roommates that I lived with and also lived Abdullah here, did a great job
I'm gonna
in
go
stepping
now.
in and playing the role of Sasha's boyfriend. Definitely the chemistry formed by the three all before the show definitely was a big factor in making those scenes and these storylines a success.
Okay. But we know you and your boyfriend have broke up recently, and you haven't even talked about it. I mean, me and Lucy have been to every meeting.
Every-
Meeting.
That was another character development I would have liked to seen
No, we were dating.
is Lucy's aggressiveness.
Yeah, you were dating for 5 years, and he cheated on you.
Thank you for reminding me.
It's just that you don't seem phased at it at all. You know you can talk to us, right?
Yeah, and who is this Manny guy? Oh, he's one of Red's friends. Red's friends?
You all,
You're hanging out with
you
Red?
also see you may remember in the second episode that Manny was kind of in the background of one of the meetings,
I don't really know.
the meeting that
But who cares anyway?
Sarah
Someone had to
and
impress
Mackenzie
me.
fought, I believe. So he's actually been
Just looking out for her.
in 3 of the 4 episodes.
Anyone else to talk to. How do I know that? Let's just say I'm starting to find out where Mackenzie's coming from.
And even Becky's
So
showing a little
so
darker
I
side
feel
right
like I
there.
have to help her. But I can't tell her who she can and can't date. I just find it kind of sketchy that she wants to have a party at Red's friend's apartment. Red's friend, who she just met. But I also like tacos.
Which there were
Hey,
none
what's
at the
going on?
party.
We're just planning a Halloween party for Monday night at Manny's.
Ooh, party, nice. Can't wait.
There's gonna be a
I feel like this is just me pointing out all the errors,
costume
and I hope it's not coming across that way.
Sounds awesome. I'll be there. Oh, is there free food
I
over
know
there?
there's errors in
No,
every production,
Sarah got
but
us, taco schmaco.
this was a really fun show to
I
produce.
want to be careful. Last time I had taco schmaco, I had really bad food poisoning. It was disgusting. It was like vomiting everywhere. Not good.
Damn, you could hear a pencil drop in that building too. But I like that quick look to Sarah there.
Hey, Red. Can't wait for this, huh?
Yeah, me neither.
If you notice, if you look at it really closely, I believe beer is also misspelled in there.
Fucking hot, Leo. What's Camille getting?
Manny and Leo, another UNT student colleague, did a great job with this role too in the last 2 episodes.
So sorry, man.
Delivered every line perfectly.
3 times already.
The facial
Probably
expressions,
happy
the
she's on
glare.
track though, right? Yeah.
We were dating for 3 years.
3 years.
Hey.
The
Excited.
day we shot
Oh,
the
I'm so
Halloween
excited.
episode,
You
I
guys have this
was also
party.
working as an usher for the
Weird.
Texas Rangers
The
baseball team,
I don't know.
and
I was feeling
I'm not very good delegating,
Well, I
to be
love
honest.
it.
But I was at work the day that we shot this, and kind of left it up to my colleagues, my roommates, to help set everything up for this Halloween shoot, and they did an amazing job.
Pick up Ruby. Who's Ruby? Stop playing around, man. Just please, it'll take 5 minutes.
So you're remembering girls' names now.
Wow.
Hey guys! Hi! Did y'all have trouble finding the
I did
place?
look up. Obviously, we didn't shoot in Tulsa, but I did look up. Apparently, the northern part of Tulsa is the sketchier part of town. So I think Becky's looks were a little warranted there.
Hey man, you look like you have a lot to drink.
And we worked, really hard trying to get as many people to this as possible. I mean, there were people there that I didn't know. But, ultimately, ultimately everything worked. But yeah, it as I've mentioned before, did create us to get creative, manipulate the scenes to make it look like there were people everywhere, even though probably had, including the main characters, probably had 20, 25 people there. It wasn't really a big space to take up, but more in that situation, definitely want more people.
Hi, Mike.
You know, Becky, one thing I always told myself is that I would always regret the things I never did or things I even say.
You're not gonna puke on me.
Becky, stop. Mike, I like you.
You're Mike.
And as I mentioned in the first commentary, I really liked how the
And
chemistry
I'm only
developed
jerk because I'm embarrassed.
between not just
And,
Mike and Becky, but between everybody. And of course, you see that every time a show continues on.
This would be kind of sweet.
But just in these 4 episodes, these two, you can definitely see the chemistry developing here. And both of them are also, obviously good at their jobs.
Yeah. Hey.
This could have helped with, 10 or 12 more people in the scene could have helped. Because there you have three girlfriends all in the same,
Is that you?
within
Number 2.
speaking distance of each other.
Too.
Hey, Sarah. Hi. I need a drink.
Oh, well, there's like plenty over there still.
I know, but you're the host, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
Manny's facial expressions during this conversation just
I need to have a
amuse
little
me.
Talk with my friend Manny.
Oh, hey, is that
Excuse
my
me,
wife?
grab that?
Oh, well, I'm about to pour something in here, but you can have it after that.
I always thank everyone who has helped make this a part of it. Everyone. We
I'm talking about Miss
enlisted
Sarah.
the help
She's
of everyone.
18, she's a good girl.
And my wife doesn't
just
like to
got a
act,
long-term relationship.
but you may have seen her in The Last Straw as well on Stonebrook Entertainment.
You and Claire wake up every other day.
She does a
What's
great
gonna happen
job
to Sarah
when
she
she
comes
when
crawling back to you?
when
It is
she
over for real this time.
when I make her
That's
do
what
it.
you said the past like 5, 6, 7, 29th time. What do you care?
And I like my two favorite shows, Community and The Office, and the setting and location of Community and the style of The Office definitely combined to make these two shows. And I'm liking this quicker paced between cuts.
Becky? Oh, Becky, I've been looking all over for you.
I've been in the same spot all night.
And it's a pretty small apartment too.
Mike, the bed. It's off.
What are you talking about?
The bed. It's too stressful, man. I don't know how. But
This
all of
episode
us
just keeps getting better and better.
Have ended up at the same party. That's impossible. I mean, the only people who knew about the bet were you and you didn't.
Hey, Dallas.
Look at look at Mike backstabbing there. Something you also didn't see coming.
What's he talking about?
What?
A bet?
Oh, it's nothing, Becky. I swear, it's just some silly bet that me and Dallas made in a moving day. It's nothing.
To what? See who could fuck the most girls?
And I believe that was Becky's
That's what you wanted to do with me?
first bleep throughout the entire series. As I mentioned, these character developments, I'm really liking them.
I would have done by now. Come on.
I'm leaving.
Becky.
So Julia says she knows you?
Who's Julia?
I'm Julia, the one you.
Dallas also did a great job. Winston Roberts, who played the
I'm pretty
character,
sure
did a
I
great
was the one
job
on a call,
in
too.
this kind of role.
Me too. How many girls have you slept with this semester, Dallas? Don't be a pussy, answer me.
I'm not being a pussy. I'm just.
This is Ruby's first episode as well.
Unbelievable.
I think everyone who's in the scene did
Ruby.
a great job.
Hey, Victor.
And who was involved in the Dallas storyline? I think everyone was great. And there you see, I always like seeing the scenes from the opening credits. And there's my wife being a little bad word
Somebody.
with my best friend.
Hey, is anyone sitting there?
No.
And this scene may have gone on maybe a little too long, but this was mostly improvised as well. And I think these two characters did a great job.
I don't really feel like making friends right now, so.
That's sad. Really?
Some of these lines were scripted,
So sad.
but it kind of kept going on and we just let it happen.
I've been good. The sorority girl, she just came up and talked to me, and she asked me if I would rush with them next semester.
That is amazing.
No, it's not. Because that's the one Becky wanted to get into.
Oh,
She liked it. Speaking of Becky, where is she?
Becky.
Becky.
She left.
Why? She was my ride. Where do I sleep tonight?
So I tried to tell Becky how I felt, and I screwed up. And let's just say, I bet she's not gonna come back tonight. So.
Oh, hey, there's Richard.
Oh, hey, sorry.
I know you like Sasha.
What do you mean? Like, why would you even say something like that? Like,
Cut the crap, little bitch. She's just being charitable. She's way too nice to tell you to go away, but I'm not. So go away.
There y'all are. What are y'all doing?
This reminds me a lot of
Costume, Richard.
the show Cheers, where they did an amazing job of, I don't know if you call it amazing, but where characters could be having a not quiet conversation, but it'd be like they were in their own scene, and then the character and the other part of the room would not even be noticing the conversation. But here's the ultimate, and then you heard Richard's voice dropping there, kind of the conclusion to that storyline. And there's Sarah as the raining sunshine, like those days when it's sunny but it's still raining. Like, what the hell?
What the f*** is wrong with you? Get your ass up and problem, dude. What the hell?
What is he doing with my wife?
Dude, what the hell is your problem, dude? I'm about to kick your ass.
And there goes the sign. Nice. And now we get into the last few minutes of the episode. And I went home and watched all 4 episodes with my parents together, and it really got me rehooked again. Like I said,
This whole semester I've been trying to sleep with as many girls.
I really enjoyed doing the show and watching it all together on the screen. And reality was amazing.
Actually, like, to realize that. Worst part is, we didn't even have sex.
So now I'm about to get depressed since we're about 2 minutes left. And all the more motivation to produce a season 2, right?
socializing reminds me of Camille.
Is he calling her a slut?
I remember when I first got accepted into North Tulsa, Davey told me that we would see each other every weekend and that nothing would change, and it's been 2 months And I don't even think I can handle this anymore.
Oh no. This is my actual apartment as well.
It's you.
No worries. If
You can tell that a bunch of guys live there, right?
I can help too. I have no interest
I
in
love
going to
those
class
animal
tomorrow.
crackers. What?
I'm never drinking again.
Well, Red's gone, Manny's gone, arrested. Um, and I really wish we could have done a season 2 after watching all this. Had a lot of good storylines going, a lot of conflicts going. Hopefully, we can do something in the future. And again, this music was also produced by Christian Barrientos. Um, yeah, this was good. I appreciate everyone who's watched and listened to these commentaries. This was amazing episode to film. This was an amazing series to film. A lot of great people and a lot of great friendships created and refined from this show. So many people helped make this work. And hopefully you will see a season 2. If you have any feedback or comments about the show, about the commentary, or if you have any more questions about the show, feel free to hit us up on here on YouTube or Facebook, Twitter. I'm at Matt Antis on Twitter or Facebook, and then Matt.Antis on Instagram. And then yeah, Stonebroke Entertainment as well. We're all over the place. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all listening, and I'll speak to you soon.